I met John and Katy for the first time after the engagement, I just flat out asked them, I said, what's the attraction? What does each other give that no other person in the whole world can provide? Katy said that John makes her laugh. You know what John said? He just said, I can be myself around her. Proverbs 18:22, a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. And John, in the 19 years that I've known you, I think you're right. I think I've never seen you more at peace and with joy.
Some of you will not know Katy very well. So who's Katy? I'll try and paint a word picture of her as I see her. Katy comes from a family with travel in their genes. Her grandfather took his family to South Africa. I married Lynn and took her to Germany, which is where Katy was born. Unsurprisingly, in 2013, Katy set off to travel around the world. It was meant to be a trip with friends, but one by one they pulled out. So we waved off a tearful Katy at Waverley Station, determined as ever, but on her own. Katy can sleep anywhere, a useful ability when you're travelling, but when she was young, it was rather more worrying. One night we couldn't find her. She wasn't in bed, she wasn't downstairs, she wasn't watching the TV. Where was she? Well, we eventually found her. She'd rolled out of bed, then still fast asleep, she'd rolled under the bed. But enough of these stories. What's she really like? Well, her friends say that she is generous. She's the sort of person who would give you their last roll. She's friendly. I would say she was the friendly face of that shop in Cumley Bank that some of you know so well. It was Safeway when Katy was there. But then, of course, it was Summerfield and Katy was still there. And then it was Morrison's and Katy was still there. And finally, it was Waitrose and still smiling, Katy worked there too. While she was working, she was studying at ECA. And I want to thank Katy for her artistic abilities, which she's used to produce some of the graphics that you can see around you at this wedding. Katy's also very considerate, thoughtful, don't get embarrassed, loving, kind. In fact, she's got a big heart. Is there no end to her good qualities? Well, yes there is. Katy is not very good in a morning. She resembles, so I'm told, a sleepy bear, wakened out of its winter sleep. Perhaps that's why she now works nights. When she was young, Katy was also a regular visitor to the sick kids' hospital after falling out of a tree or some other escapade. Her great desire as a teenager was to own a drum kit. But as parents, Lynn and I didn't give in to this request. It remains to be seen if she will be able to persuade John that a drum kit is essential for their new home. Which brings me to John, a man of passion. Passion for football, I should also point out. John is a bloke who doesn't wait for things to happen, he just gets stuck in the same way as he would do in football. And now he has a new passion to rival even football. And I'm so glad that it's Katy. I think I'm allowed to offer the couple a little piece of advice. Just take a snatch from 1 Corinthians 13. Love is patient, love is kind, and keeps no record of wrongs. I think if you apply that to your marriage and the outside world, then your path might be a little smoother than otherwise. Now, I've imposed on you long enough. Would you join me in a toast? The health and happiness of Katy and John. The health and happiness of Katy and John.